All right, we're going to talk about something really tough today. This is one of those topics that, well, it takes a lot of heart to get through. Our whole goal here is to offer a bit of a roadmap for what is, for so many, an incredibly difficult journey.
Wow, that really just says it all, doesn't it? In one single moment, with one diagnosis, your whole world can feel like it's tilting on its axis. You feel like a kid again, suddenly facing this huge, overwhelming new reality. It's just a profound shock.
And right in the middle of that shock, this is the question that bubbles up. The person who always took care of you now needs you to care for them. Your roles are changing, flipping, really. So what does that even mean for you? Let's spend the next few minutes trying to unpack that very question. So the very first step in just trying to find your footing again is understanding. And look, it is 100% okay to feel totally and completely overwhelmed. But knowledge can be a powerful anchor, especially in these early days.
So what is ALS really? Basically, it's a disease that goes after the nerve cells that control our voluntary muscles. This means that things we take for granted, like walking, talking, even swallowing, they all get progressively harder over time. It's a physical journey.
Now this is maybe one of the most important things to really let sink in. While ALS attacks the body's ability to move, in most cases it does not touch the mind. Your mother's personality, her sense of humor, her memories, her intelligence, her awareness, who she is, that all remains completely intact. She is still fully herself inside.
I'm guessing when you look at this list, you probably recognize yourself in there. There's this deep grief for the future you always pictured, and just this raw fear of the unknown. Maybe you feel angry at how unfair it all is, and just completely helpless. And then, underneath all of it, this fierce, sudden need to protect your mom.
And I really need you to hear this part. Every single one of those feelings is normal. Absolutely normal. You are not alone in feeling this way. Your life has just taken a monumental turn, and a powerful emotional response is not just okay, it's expected. And all those powerful emotions, they're really the beginning of you adapting to a brand new reality. Because as your mom's needs change, your role inside the family, well, it's going to start to change too.
All of a sudden, you might find yourself doing things that feel completely new. Being her champion in doctor's appointments, managing schedules and bills, or helping with daily tasks that used to be so easy for her. This kind of role reversal can feel really strange, and that's okay.
And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the matter. That what you do might change, but the who you are to each other doesn't. She is still your mom. You are still her child. And holding on to that emotional core is one of the most important things you can possibly do.
When everything feels so uncertain, planning can actually be a way to get back a little bit of control. So let's look at some practical, concrete steps you can take to help navigate the path that's ahead.
The very first thing to remember is that you are not in this alone. I'm going to say that again. You are not alone. Care for someone with ALS is a total team effort. This whole network exists to help, and it's so important to remember that no single person can, or even should, try to carry all of this weight by themselves.
Look, these conversations are tough. Nobody wants to have them, but having them early on is truly a gift. Talking about her wishes for medical care, getting the legal stuff in order, and planning for future needs, it all makes sure that her voice is the one guiding every single decision. It's all about honoring her. This is not a sprint, it's a marathon. And to sustain a journey like this one, you have to focus not just on your mother's well-being, but on your own too. And maybe most importantly, always remember she is a person, not just a patient. Pull her into decisions. Talk about your day, what's going on with the family, the silly little things. Those normal, everyday conversations are so powerful. They affirm her identity beyond the illness. This is such a simple statement, but it is so true. You just cannot pour from an empty cup. If you burn out, you can't really be there for your mom, or for anyone else in your life for that matter. So protecting yourself isn't selfish, it's actually a critical part of being a caregiver. It means you have to lean on that care network we talked about, you have to accept help, and you have to give yourself permission to step back and recharge so you can be there for the long haul. Okay, for our last section, let's talk about the deeper meaning that you can actually find in this journey. Because beyond all the logistics and the medical stuff, there is this incredibly profound emotional space.
You might already be feeling this kind of loss, grieving these small changes that you see day to day. Well, there's actually a name for that. It's called anticipatory grief.
Just knowing that it's a real, natural part of this whole process can help you understand what you're feeling without any judgment.
This incredibly difficult time also opens up a really unique opportunity for connection. Ask her about her childhood. Get her stories on tape. Build a family archive. These intentional conversations can end up being some of the most precious memories you will ever make. If you take away just one single thing from all of this, please let it be this. You don't need to have the perfect words. You don't have to fix everything. Just your presence, being there, patient, honest, and loving. That is the most powerful gift you could possibly give.
And in the end, it's really a reflection of the gift she gave you a long time ago. Your presence now is just an echo of the love and support she's always given you. It's about coming full circle.